Hi, today I want to talk to you about believing in your child, which is like parenting 101, right? Like, oh, you should believe in your child, be encouraging of your child, celebrate your child, believe in your child. But you might be surprised how many parents, when we start digging into it, when I start working with parents, we realize like actually your belief in your child might not be as strong as you think it is. And here's a few little telltale signs that you might actually be believing in your child the way that you want to be. If you are approaching a lot of problems in your house or messes in your house or tasks in your house with this attitude of like, forget it, I'm just going to do it. No one else is going to do it as well as I am. It's going to be too much work to teach someone else to do it. Forget it. I'll just do it. I'm just do everything. And if I don't do it, it's not going to get done, et cetera, et cetera. That is a sign that you might not actually be believing in your kiddo. And I'll talk to you about why that might be in a minute. Another really great sign that you might not really be believing in your kiddo is rescuing them all the time. And that doesn't necessarily have to be about just solving their problems, but protecting them from things that might upset them, protecting them from things that just don't think they can handle it, protecting them from feeling the true magnitude of a mistake that they've made, for example, or things like that. And I'm not just talking about older kiddos here. It'd be very easy for us to have this conversation in the context of like tweens and teens, right? Now it's time to face the music and all that stuff. And that's true. But this is also true for kids who are toddlers learning to tie their shoes, or first graders who are struggling with reading, or whatever. Anytime that we're sitting there basically swooping in like this kind of rescue commission, the lifesaver person, there's an accidental message we're giving to our kid, which is, I don't actually believe that you can do this. The same thing when you're like, I'm just going to do it for you. We really see kids being super lazy sometimes. And it's really easy to think, well, they just don't even care, or they're just so spoiled. That may be true, but what often is also going on is that kids have already gotten the message over and over and over again, like, I'm just going to screw it up. So forget it. I can't do it. And how do they get that message? Us saying over and over again, like, forget it, I'll just do it. And what you're not maybe saying out loud, but what's in that messaging accidentally is, I don't really believe you can do this. It's beyond you. You're not good enough. That is not the message we want to be giving. And I totally understand how it's an accident when we give it. And that really, really stinks. But the good news is you can totally turn this stuff around. And for a lot of my clients, they feel so relieved to know that actually holding your kids to a high standard, letting them solve their own problems, handing their problems back to them, not only is something that's great for discipline, but it's also an amazing way to show your kid, I believe you have what it takes to handle this problem. If anyone can solve this problem, it's you. I'm right here beside you. You're not alone. I'm not just saying, hey, good luck, sink or swim, but this is your problem. And I know you've got this. One thing to remember, if you take one little soundbite away from this video today to remember and go forward with, is as a general rule, parents underestimate their kids every step of the way. Your child is ready to step up into almost every problem that they're facing, because us are in our blessed world that we live in right now, is very, very rare for a child to be faced with a problem that's actually above their pay grade. Then especially when those problems are of our kids' own making, like frenemy stuff, or missing homework assignments, or having a messy room, or making a big mess and not cleaning it up in the basement, or leaving their shoes by the front door. All of those are problems of our own kids' making. If your kid has the pay grade to make the problem for themselves, they also have the pay grade to solve the problem for themselves. And when you do that, you are truly believing in your child. You can step back and let go of your need for control of their journey, literally telling yourself, not just your kid, my kid can do this. I believe in them. And so that is the message I want for y'all today. And I also want to send you the message that I am here for you every step of the way. This stuff is challenging and hard. And I can tell you, just a week ago, I had a client session with a mom who is struggling with this exact thing. And she's already proven it to herself in lots of different areas with her child, that every time she decides to let go of the need for control and choose to believe in her kiddo, new solutions come to her. Her kid moves forward in ways that they were stuck before, all of those things. And yet still it's challenging every time a new situation arises for her to remember and remind herself, like, wait a second, this is going to go so much better if I decide I choose belief in my kiddo, I choose trust in his journey, and I choose to let go of the feeling that I need to control his journey. Even when we've already learned that lesson a few times, we sometimes need someone like me, a coach, to give us accountability, to remind us, to help us see those patterns and really incorporate and absorb those lessons. If that sounds like you, reach out for a discovery call with me. It is a free hour where you get to spend all that time telling me your story, explaining where you're at. I get to understand why you're stuck and what you're up against and give you my honest, no holds barred feedback that's just specific for you. And you will walk away from that time with so much clarity, knowing exactly why you are where you are and what to do about it. I can't wait to see you, and stay tuned for next week for your little video message. Bye.